So, I don't know if anybody... That was it. You know what, let me just leave this until... Oh yeah. Let me talk about this now. I don't know if anybody watches these streams or videos are interested. These past couple of weeks, I've been examining my emotions. Let's talk about emotions. So, all my life, I've been kind of emotionally unresponsive. Like, I don't feel a lot of things that people feel. The small things. Don't really get happy, don't really get sad, don't really get angry. Right, I'm just kind of like unemotional. Not 100% sure why, but I believe it's biological, right? Like, I think my brain is just not as sensitive to emotional stimulus as other people. And my whole life I've been quite stable and comfortable and just kind of happy not doing anything. Not happy, I guess, content. Content, not really feeling much. Except these, like a couple of weeks ago, there was a stressful situation regarding plumbing in my house. Like the specifics don't matter. What matters is that for the first time ever, I think, or at least the first time in a very long time, I felt significant stress. And that had a curious effect on me. The stress made me want to do different things, right? It made me unsatisfied with what I was doing and made me want to do something else. And you know, thinking about it, it's probably like an instinct the body has, right? If something's going wrong, the instinct is to just try different things to try to fix things, which makes sense to me, right? You can kind of rationalize it that way. Most know. Rationalize it as the body telling you, hey, things are not right, you gotta try different things. But the thing is, I realized in hindsight, because I'm still emotionally insensitive in a lot of ways, I was trying different things, right? I changed my routine, tried new things, went out, did different things. But because my natural emotional insensitivity remains, nothing made me feel better. I don't know how it works for other people. Like, you feel like you want to do something new, you do something new, and you feel happy, right? Don't you? Like, you have an emotional response from doing something else. Like, if you like do something and you succeed, you feel better. Or if you like try something new, you learn something, you feel better. You exercise, you feel better. You like eat food, you feel better. Like, most people have these feelings, and I don't. And at some point, recently, yesterday, 2 days ago, it occurred to me how dangerous that is. Because my feelings were telling me to do something new, something different, something more. But as I did those things, it didn't make me feel any better. And if I'm not careful, there is the danger that I would just keep doing more and more, what's the good word for it? Just more. Try like more and more extreme things. Right? Like, if this thing doesn't make me happy, maybe I need to do more. Or if like this thing doesn't make me feel satisfied, maybe I should do more. And I realized, in hindsight, that this is the danger with my particular condition. is that if I ever feel unsatisfied, it is impossible to satisfy me because I don't have feelings of satisfaction, right? Even stuff like, you do something, you succeed, you feel better. That's something that comes naturally to a lot of people. It doesn't happen to me. Like, I succeed, I don't feel anything. And so then you have this insatiable drive to keep doing more and more stuff, potentially more and more extreme things. And that's the danger. Right, like you keep doing stuff and you just don't feel like it's enough, and so you do something more extreme and more extreme and more extreme. Until things get completely out of control, or like something breaks. Anyway, so that's the insight I got into my own psychology during these past couple of weeks. And it's counterintuitive for a lot of people, I think. For most people, feeling like you want to do something new, like that's not a bad thing. Because you do something new, you learn something new, or like you meet some new people, or you like try out things you've never done before. And that's like a positive thing for most people. But it's only positive because you do it and you feel you have enough, like you've done enough after a while, and you feel more satisfied. But what I noticed was I never felt satisfied. I only felt like I need to do something else. And when I did something else, I still felt like I need to do something else. It's just like it just doesn't change. It just keeps going and going and going. And yeah, as I said, if you just extrapolate that indefinitely, could be dangerous, right? I mean, because like, if you don't think about it too hard, what's your first instinct, right? Like, if this doesn't work, maybe I try more. Right? Isn't that what you would think? Right? Like if you're hungry and you eat one hamburger, and after eating one hamburger, you're like, no, I'm still hungry. I guess I'll have another hamburger. I think it's very natural. Right? Very you don't even question that. But what if, like, imagine if for some biological reason your body is always hungry, is incapable of feeling filled. Right? You can see how dangerous that is. Just eat and eat and eat and eat and eat and eat until you die, basically. Like you eat yourself to death. If your body doesn't tell you to stop, like if your feelings don't tell you to stop, you don't feel full, you don't ever feel full. You just eat until you die. And that, I think, is the dangerous part of my emotional insensitivity. Is that it doesn't know when to stop. Or there's a danger it doesn't know when to stop. Now the good thing is that when my stress went away, I stopped feeling like I needed to do different things. And I went back to how I was before. So as the stress passed, I stopped wanting to do something more. But here's the thing, right? Stress is not... It's not something you can always control, especially... I happen to live a comfortable life. I'm like financially secure, as far as I can tell. Like imagine if I was in a situation where I wasn't financially secure, and I always worried about my money, or maybe I was in if I lived in a place where there's like a social unrest, or maybe like ethnic problems and like people were angry all the time, and you know, if I lived in a less comfortable place, whatever it is, and I was less secure, and most importantly, imagine if I lived in a place where I felt stressed all the time. That would be so dangerous. Because I'll just keep feeling like I need to do more and more and more. And I never get satisfied. And that'll be super dangerous. The only reason I'm not dangerous is because I do feel satisfied. Or like I don't feel a need to do anything else. So I'm not sure why I'm telling you this, whoever it is watching this video. Because what are you gonna do about it, right? Maybe, I don't know, maybe there's some people out there like me, and maybe this helps somebody, I don't know. I hope it helps somebody. But my point is, what I need to do is make sure I continue living a comfortable life where I don't worry about anything. Or if I ever do worry about things, I need to really, really pay attention that I don't. Just do stuff. Just do more and more stuff to try and get rid of my feelings of needing more. Right, because it's an illusion, as I said. Imagine if you can't feel full, if you always feel hungry. You gotta learn to ignore the hunger after a point, otherwise you'll eat yourself to death. And likewise, like at some point I need to ignore, and like it sounds so counterintuitive, that's not the response you usually give people. Usually people say, oh, trust your feelings. You know, if you feel something, it's, you know, you have to pay attention to your feelings. That's what people say. I wonder about that, really. Like if your feelings tell you to go do something harmful, then maybe don't listen to your feelings. Slightly awkward here. I think I need to break this to get into here. Is that correct? That's correct. What else do I have to say? I mean, I'm not sure. I understand that what I just said is quite counterintuitive. I can't ever be sure that I'm right. But what I know for sure is that the stuff I did, the stuff I tried, that people usually say would make you feel better, it didn't really make me feel better. That's what I know, right? That's my first-hand experience. And that's enough to raise some red flags. I didn't mean to do that. Alright, where is this? More snow? How is this going anyway? So this is gonna fill all the way. I guess I stop there. Let me stop on this line. Alright, let me actually so it stops here. Right, let me fill the cobble up to this point. What happens here? Actually, I should do that. I don't know what I'm doing. Any final things I want to say about my lack of emotions right now? Yeah, no, that's about it. Very few people that I know, that I have ever known. You know what, let me put it this way. Nobody I've ever known has ever really understood me. And partly that's my fault. Haven't done a very good job at explaining myself to people. And that's because I haven't really understood myself very well for a long time. Still learning new things about myself. But I basically have no success forming connections with people because there's no understanding. Just too strange for people to wrap their heads around. Oops, not this one. I don't blame anyone for not understanding because, you know, it's not like, what are we gonna do? If it's too hard, it's too hard, right? You're not gonna hold it against people. But I kinda just wish that somebody understood. Oh well. Alright, I guess that's all I have to say about that. Let me go back to building. That's super dark. Cause the torches don't do anything. So we definitely have to close this. And this here, this is the side of this corridor. So this is gonna be cobble. And then on the other side, this is gonna be cobble. The torches don't do anything. Everything's super dark. I wonder how long it's gonna take them to fix this. Because this really is not acceptable. The torches don't work. You broke the torches. Let me stick that there, not that it helps. Oh, it helps a little bit. Actually, no, it does help. Interesting. So the point source doesn't work, but the emissive texture on the tip still provides light. You know what? That's kind of okay. I will take back my complaints for now. Maybe just stick that there. Does that help? Oh yeah, a little bit. Alright.